Hey everyone, it's me again. Yeah. Anyway, I just thought to do a part two about the video I did from some somehow hours ago today. So yeah, well, like I said, from hours ago, in case it's those who already have watched the other video from sometimes um sometime early in the afternoon. I'm just going to say that I'm back from London and I already showed some of you guys the things that I got myself from London, like the magnets and toys and such. So yeah. Anyway, so I didn't get to tell you about my day in London, now did I? Of course not. So I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so to be honest, so I to be honest, I might as well mention what I did from the very beginning when I started my trip in London. So on this Wednesday gone, um, so let's just get to the point. Um, Once after me and my mom, including my nan, my mom's mom, um, after we've been on the train, we kind of trying to find our way to our hotel, and let's just say we nearly got ourselves lost because of that stupid Google app map thingy on my mom's phone. And every time when my mom's had this sort of problem with it, she was like, "Oh, I hate this." But I can't even blame her, so that's the problem, to be honest with you guys. And I bet almost you guys will probably might have similar issues at some point when you're on your holiday, and I wouldn't even blame you one bit. So yeah, we're all even, so that's the whole point. And but luckily we found our hotel in the end, which is good. Well, was good. Yeah. And yes, and then we're trying to get to our rooms, but you got to believe me or not, guys, but it was a bit funny, but it's also quite mad. And it sort of mix up both bad way and a good way sort of thing, if you get what I mean, if you get the picture. Because my mom was trying to press one of those buttons with the numbers on it. She keeps trying to press the number 6 to go, up to the hotel to find our rooms, but but out of the sudden, it just won't let her press it. I mean, it didn't even show up a color on the actual button. Like, come on, you stupid button. Okay, don't remind me for Mike's new car thing. Yeah, well, don't get me wrong, but that's just me making a point. And yet, suddenly, um, my mom realized she had this sort of card because I could have mentioned to her about the card that she got from the reception thingy decks where all the people works on, and when she pressed the card thingy on the scan, whatever that thingy called for the lift, it suddenly let her press the button, like, finally, like, oh, thank God for that. It finally worked. Honestly, that is just so hysterical that you're never gonna believe it or not. Woo! Now that's just quite ecstatic. But thankfully, we finally get to our rooms. Oh my goodness, wow. Jeez, man. Okay. Okay. You may think I'm talking crazy, and I can't blame you. Okay. Okay. And then once we got to our rooms, we kind of get all our stuff out and get ourselves settled to our room before we go out again to have a day trip. Yes. And then we somehow got lost again after we had our sort of brunch, as in breakfast, lunch, brunch, in some cafe in somewhere by not so far by the hotel. Yeah, sort of like that. But because in the park, like I said, they have a cafe there, and we had a brunch. Yeah, I had sausage, chips, and beans for brunch. Yummy. Even though cause I did have Weetabix on Wednesday morning, but when I mention the word brunch, it means like somehow like late breakfast, early dinner. If you get what I mean. So yeah, tell me about it. Well, yummy food, and I can't keep saying that because I don't want it to make you guys feel hungry all of a sudden. I don't want that. Yeah, and I think we went to some we went to sort of like a town. I forgot the name of the town we went in London, but I remember I did mention a toy shop called Hamleys there. Yeah, and I already mentioned that Hamleys is a very, very first and oldest toy shop of London in the United Kingdom. Yeah, I mean, it's not just one Hamleys though. There are many other Hamleys, my mum told me. But the Hamleys that I'm talking about, that's the very first Hamleys of the United Kingdom. Like, whoa, jeez, mum. Okay, I think I'm gonna hit my head. Ow. Sorry. I mean, I think I need to, consider about this. Crazy nonsense. Crazy goody goose. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, never mind. I've just been crazy again. Can you blame me? I don't think so. And after that, being shopping, we didn't. Well, I did show you some of the things that I have bought on London in my other video. Well, let's just say there's hardly things that my mama and my nan are interesting to buy though. Can I just be honest, Dad, to be honest with you, that sometimes most of the things in London can be quite expensive. So that's the whole point of not buying many things as you can though sometimes. It just depends on what you're interested in with, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I mean, and I already mentioned this in my other video from earlier on this morning or afternoon, whatever. Can I just say, already mentioned about that I saw a Disney shop. Yep, you heard that right. To those who doesn't have any Disney shop anymore, I know it's quite disappointing, but I still wish we could have still had Disney shop everywhere, not just London, but everywhere in the whole wide world. Please, Mickey Mouse, help us. Okay, I think I need to calm down. Okay, and go. Okay, can you really blame me now, Sophie? I don't think so. I mean, I bet you probably feel the same way too. I mean, you and I, sister, and we can be so jealous of London for having Disney shop. Yep. But I'm not gonna brag too much about this because it's just getting right out of my nerves. Oh yeah. Thankfully, ever since my nan and granddad came down to my house earlier today, thankfully they got my Moana doll back to me, which is good because my nan kind of had it in one of her suitcases. So I can't wait to show it to you guys because it's so great. Here it goes. Can't wait to show you this. Okay, might as well put it there. I hope you're ready, Moana. Here it goes. Yep, Moana, here she is, guys. Moana doll. because I never had the plastic doll of Moana quite yet, so luckily I have. Good news. I mean, that's good, isn't it? Although, can I just say, even though I already have another doll of Moana, but a soft toy, like that you can cuddle with in your bed or something like that. But this Moana doll here, she's a plastic doll, because there's big difference on soft toys and plastic dolls. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think Moana looks cute, especially with that little orange red sort of flowers on top of her head, making her look like the queen of the island. She looks beautiful anyway. And besides, she's one of my favorite princesses. And she kind of almost nearly reminded me of Ariel, to be honest, from The Little Mermaid. Except, well, the point is that Ariel and Moana may have some few differences, but they do have slight, almost near completely similar traits to one another. It's about like connection with the ocean and the land, something like that. So yeah, which is good. Yeah. Well, let's enough talk about Disney princesses. I needed to focus about what I did on Thursday. This Thursday, on this week, I mean. Yep. Ugh. Okay. Well, on Thursday morning, me, my mom, and my nan, we went to this sort of a museum. When we get to see the history of the, like Egypt's like walk like the Egyptian by the Bangles. If you know that song by the Bangles, you'll get the picture, guys. So yeah, to be honest, the museum, well, it wasn't exactly what my mom was expecting. Expected to be, because well, the thing is that me, my nan, and my mom thought the museum was going to be interesting, but turns out it's kind of lame. No offense to Daisy from London. So I just I don't know. Maybe it's because there's hardly anything that interests me and my mom and my nan, to be honest. Because every time well, I don't know, but that's just the point that, to be honest with you guys. Anyway, after we had a sort of boredom after being in the museum, my mom trying to find something else for us to do after that on her phone, just to see what other activities that we can do next. And luckily she did. I forgot the name of that town thing again. So, not the one I went on Wednesday, but it's something else. But yeah, and I remember they had like little stores, and some of them had like different like key rings, and some of them had little magnets. Some of them had a bit of like perfume sort of thing, but most of them stores have like chocolates. Now, don't get too hungry for chocolate, Sophie, because I know what you're thinking. Yep. Okay, and yeah, and then later after that, we kind of went to this sort of it's sort of between other mix of both the pub and restaurant, like go for a drink or have some tea, as in food. Yeah, and yes, I had fish and chips with mushy peas. Love it. Yep, I just love fish and chips. I might not the only one who likes fish and chips. Anyone can. Well, not most people can, but it just depends on who just loves the fishy fish. Like, Don't remind me of from that thingy moment from that song called, Under the Sea of a Mermaid about, or when that Sebastian mentioned about lobster cook and receive you off the hook. Get it? Yeah. I mean, seriously, Sebastian, you have to humiliate us there, mate. Okay. 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 Trying to think of else. Ooh, yes. The most important thing I really forgot to mention. And of course, you guys will go ecstatic if I tell you guys this, including you, Sophie. But I'm not going to brag too much about this, but I am going to tell you what I did after have fish and chips for tea on Thursday. Okay. So, there's a Broadway, and it's basically from a Disney film, and it's like two sisters who got separated, and then one day in the future that one of them finds out about the other sibling has been hiding a secret from them, like blah 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 blah. Does that kind of, I mean, did that give you quite a picture or something, guys? It's okay if you don't know what I mean. I will tell you the name. Frozen. Yeah, you heard that right. Frozen. Yep. Basically, to be honest, there are some few different things in the Broadway version. Although don't worry, There's still the same speaking roles. They still stick with the original story, even though there are some few little changes during the when the characters talking to one another or whatever, something like that. And same thing for the songs, because they sometimes added new songs that we never heard yet. So that's the thing, guys. Like, I don't know the names of the ones that I haven't heard of yet. That's when I get to the point, because some of them are actually really, really good. And yes, I'm not gonna have to make any spoilers about that anyway. In case to those who are from London who want to see it, then that's fine with you. But you have to be very quick if you really want to see it, because it's going to be. Because the thing is, guys, to those from London, Frozen Broadway will finish at some point tomorrow, so there'll be no more Frozen Broadway after that. So, and I'm pretty sure that they will bring it back at some point, sometime maybe next year. I think so. I don't quite know, but I just hope they do. Yeah, but don't get too hopes up though, or hypes up. Yeah, but still, because let's just say me and my mom, we really enjoyed it, even though my nan didn't watch musical stuff because she's not a biggest fan of musicals, which I can't really blame her, because there are some few musicals I'm not really interested, like Into the Woods. Yeah, I understand if those who are a fan or just liking the film Into the Woods, but for me and for my dad and for my sister and my mom, well, let's just get to the point that some of the films, because the songs in some musical films are just not quite good for our thoughts, to be honest. But please don't get offended by that, because we all are allowed to have our own opinions, and we must stick to our opinion. So yeah, so you just might as well have to deal with it, guys, if you have any different opinions compared to me or whatever. So yeah. So please handle it, okay? Okay, and and of course, like each day in London, of course, I've been doing like this, like FaceTiming to my dad on my phone. Yeah, just to keep in touch, and we just tell him what we had did or done, how you say it. Yeah, yeah, until yesterday, Friday, basically we went to this tour bus to look around, and of course I went across the London Bridge. I just like the view, and especially the breeze that blows on my face and my hair. I could feel like Elsa already. Yeah. Well, was it Elsa who's doing that breeze? Or was it? Okay, never mind. And yet, and after we went on the tour bus, we went to this sort of Tower of London. Ugh, I wasn't really quite expecting to go there, even though my mum did tell me that we are going there. But for me, I just don't feel like going. But I got no choice but to go anyway. The reason why I didn't feel interested on going to the Tower of London is because I just don't feel comfortable going there for some many reasons, to be honest. Some of them are quite personal, and some of them can be quite obvious for some of you guys, because I learned almost everything about Tower of London and things what happened back in the old centuries days. Oh, I also went to the the inside of the London Tower. Yeah. And I've been seeing like different crowns, and they show you different royal people on those screen boards every each rooms that you go in. So yeah. So yeah. And some of them can tell you like the history of what happened back in the old centuries. Especially the prisoners. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, they also tells you about Queen Elizabeth II, the one we have lost about over 2 years ago already. I can't believe it's been 2 years since we lost our dear Queen. So yeah. But can I just be honest? I know some of you may not going to expect to hear this, but I don't really quite miss it like most people do. I do have a heart for her, of course, but don't get me wrong. But I just simply move on from deaths from most people, to be honest. Yeah, but you can't blame me for saying that, though, can you? So unless if it's someone that you personally know, so yeah, that you can actually, allow to miss them. But when it's someone that you don't really like know, as in someone that you don't really, because it usually are an individual to you, because they strangers perhaps. Yeah, you can't just usually attempt to keep on missing them every time, because sometimes we just got to learn to accept it and live on with it and just move on. I know it's not always that easy, but I'm sorry to disappoint you, but sometimes we just got to move on sometimes. Well, most of the time. It just depends on what. But I'm not saying it to upset anyone, but I do have a point, So yeah, I'm sorry if those who think I was sounded a little harsh there. Yeah. So anyway, but don't worry, we still got King Charles with us, even though it's not really the same, but still, because we all have to accept that he is our king now. Really good. Yeah. Anyway, and after me being in the London Towers, me and my mom and my dad went on this boat. We had this sort of boat tour. So yeah, and there was this man holding a microphone, yapping to all of us giving us a tour, talk about like different places around London, something like that, including the Big Ben. Bong, 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 bong. Can you guess what I was doing there? Okay, you probably think I was being weird, but I just try to make it that tick-tock, bong, 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 from the Big Ben. Oh, Big Ben? Hey, I am no Big Ben. Oh, sorry. I am just a clock named Ben. Okay, we get it now, dude. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then later on, we went back on the tour bus to get us to find a way to see the Buckingham Palace. Well, to be honest, we didn't get to see it properly because the tour bus went the wrong way. Or I'm not sure if the bus just goes in its own sort of routine. Like what you guys call it when the buses takes you whatever and they just keep on going and going until they finish doing their job. So something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but to disappoint you guys, I didn't get to see the Buckingham Palace. I wish I could have seen it, but no. But my mom did see the head of the Buckingham Palace though. I think I did saw it only for a quick second, but come on, I want to see it properly. No. Oh yeah, when me and my mom and I was still on that tour bus anyway, my nan and my mom, well, basically my nan, kind of spotted like there was like police cars and people were watching what was going on because our prime minister was having on the news. I'm not sure if our prime minister is a man or a woman. Can't even know now. But please don't blame me on anything. It's just I don't quite understand things about prime minister stuff or anything like that because due to my learning thingy, able to learn to understandings of some things that I don't quite know, like most of you can, if you get what I mean, because it's just the way I am. Yeah. Okay, but that's just the whole point, guys, though. Yeah. Especially that government stuff and all that. I just can't understand it either. And especially think about when you, like, when you go for work and you have to spend your time to make money from your work. Well, that's also one of those things that I don't quite understand either. And a good thing I don't do work because I just don't quite get it. Yeah. So luckily I don't have to do work at all because I got this sort of thing on my files. But it's quite personal, so it's best to keep it myself. So, but still, it's just something that I just don't quite understand. Yeah, but please don't get confused, guys. Okay, because that's the last thing I need from anyone on this video. Yeah, and please don't judge me, okay? Because that's also one of those things that I, one of the last things I also don't need. Yep. So I don't know what I'm expecting anyway, or anyone in particular. Yeah. And of course, after all those times in London, me, my mom and my dad were rushing back to the train station to get to our get some food before our train getting announced by some those computer voices, something like that. And yet, until suddenly, because I wasn't really that hungry anymore after I ate some of the foods, even though there's still like leftovers, but I just didn't feel like up to eating anymore because I was too eager to get out of here because there's just too many busy people. Yeah. But you couldn't even blame it on Kanye for this one because sometimes having too many people around you, like, keep pushing you, like, like that, it just too hard to bear for me, So, yeah, sometimes I just can't quite understand busy people. Yeah, like too many busy, like when you go out somewhere and it's too much people walking around you or people blocking your way, blocking your view, something like that. Oh, for goodness sake. But still, yeah. Even though I did have my moments when I was in London, but I did keep my cool because I don't want him to cause any troubles or anything. Even though I do sometimes have this sort of moment about, like, had a bit of whining about things that I'm not usually comfortable with, but sometimes I just can't help it, But I will have to accept that sometimes I can't always expect it to be, like, simply as quiet as I want it to be. So yeah, but I'm going to accept that sometimes too. So that's the whole point I'm saying. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna spend my whole day talking about this anymore now because it's nearly getting late, and also I need to, well, do something on my computer just for a little while before going to bed. Yeah. And I'll see you guys some other time when I do another stream video, of course. So yeah. And also, I don't feel like up to doing any role plays at the moment with my dolls like I did from a couple of days ago now. So anyway, I might as well leave you guys to it. Anyway, like I said, have a nice time, have a nice day. Oh, goodness. Well, see you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll see you on next Tuesday, Sophie. So yeah, see you guys. Bye, everyone. Bye.